Greetings everyone, Briddy here, and you are on the Game with Briddy channel. There are always some truly captivating moments in games, from intense battles to hidden secrets. Experiences such as these stick with us. I thought it would take some time to share with you some of my favorite moments in games. Today, we'll be visiting Skyrim Special Edition, where I'll take a ride off the beaten path and jump into the unknown. This and more in this week's Game Highlight.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Incoming mission critical message.
Several months back, I was messing around on Skyrim, stuck in somewhat of a limbo. I had just finished the Dragonborn DLC and was taking some time to complete side quests and generally wandering around the landscape, discovering new territories and ruins, stuff like that. Cue my husband, Clayton, walking in. He tells me there's a place I should check out, gives me a general area, and with nothing better to do, I set out on my newly appointed journey. The place Clayton directed me to was a Dwemer ruin atop a mountain range in the east called Kagrinzel. Allow me to give you some points of reference on the map. Here we see Windhelm and the Windhelm stables. East to that is the orc stronghold of Narzlbur. Go further south to Mazulft, and further up the mountain we have Kagrinzel. I went about getting there the completely wrong way, but there appears to be a few passes near Stony Creek Cave that may provide easy access to this location. So what makes this particular ruin so special? Well, you won't find priceless treasures or any hidden side quests. Rather, it is the unknown. Let me just say, the best part about this location is in the very beginning, and if you don't want the surprise to be ruined, stop watching now so you can discover it on your own. You have been warned. A frost troll guards the entrance. Scorch him with your fire. After you enter the ruin, you proceed down the hallway to an open room with 2 dead bodies and a glowing orb. At first, I was hesitant to touch it. Seeing 2 dead bodies laying around may have had something to do with that. Nonetheless, I touched it and was immediately filled with regret. Once touched, this orb will deploy a mechanism that locks you in a cage. There is no escape, there is only waiting and dread. Lots and lots of dread. The glowy orb will then exit the cage and circle around you. It also emits a very ear-piercing sound as it's doing this. This seems to last forever, but eventually the orb will re-enter the cage and disappear into the floor. Everything becomes dark, and the floor takes on this translucent glowy effect. Before you know it, the floor has left your feet and you are falling, and it's a big fall. The fandom page states that the fall into the lake is the longest non-lethal fall in the game. This video comes nowhere near doing the plunge into the deep any justice. You definitely have to experience it for yourself. After the floor gives way, not only are you falling, but everything that was on that section of floor is falling too. If you hit a pot, you die. If you hit a dead body, you dead too, so be careful. The fall is over quickly. It comes as such a surprise that I had to take a few moments to gather myself, and at this point, I didn't even realize that I had landed in water. Emerging from the water, I was met with the beauty of a large, very spacious underground cavern. Looking up, it was difficult to tell just how far I had fallen. I just knew it was a long way. Happy to be alive, I swam to the shore to discover what else was in store on my tiny adventure, which truthfully wasn't very much. There are a few enemies to encounter, some Falmer prove easy enough to overcome. There is a natural bridge further in that carries you over the lake of water you fell into. You will finally exit into Stony Creek Cave, which was a pleasant surprise, I must say. The fall may be the true treasure of Kagrinzel, but there are a few items worth getting while there. I didn't get everything on the first walkthrough, so I've gone back to the deepest chasms of the earth to show you their locations and pick up some of the trinkets I left behind. Just after the fall, in the lake, there is an expert locked Dwemer chest. Place yourself next to the large pillar and face the tunnel entrance. Swim straight down. You may have to glance around a little, but you will see the chest resting against the bottom of the lake. There may be some boulders on top of it that can make it a little difficult to see, and if you have trouble picking locks, I suggest you bring a few lockpicks with you as well. The next treasures lie further in. After crossing the bridge, you will enter a room with a couple of waterfalls. To the left, on top of the rocks, there is a Centurion Dynamo core. In that same room, to the right, just beside the path, there is a Falner chest. And finally, perched on top of the archway leading to Stony Creek Cave, there is a flawless diamond. Ooh! With all the adventure had, and all the treasure found, our journey has come to an end. What do you think of Kagrinzel? Have you been here before? What'd you think of that big old drop? I would love to hear from you in the comments. If you would like to see more videos like this one, perhaps next week's game highlight, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, everyone, and thanks for liking and commenting. Until next time, I'm Briddy, and you are on the Game with Briddy channel.
Briddy B.